Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. We are doing another Brand Doctor podcast / Facebook Live with you guys today. What's going on, Terrell, Washington? Hope you had an amazing weekend. So, guys, yesterday I had some time to watch a few episodes of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, probably one of my favorite shows on Netflix right now. And man, Seinfeld dropped some bombs yesterday that I just soaked up tremendously, and I want to share them with you today because I like to do mindset stuff and like motivation, inspiration stuff on Mondays to kind of help you guys get the ball rolling for the week and to really help you guys sort of start the week off strong. You know what I mean? So Seinfeld has these comedians come on his show and he interviews them, and it's very casual. It's sort of like a behind the scenes type of interview, and I just thoroughly enjoy it because he's got great guests on. And yesterday I saw an episode where he had Michael Richards on. Michael Richards played Kramer in the show Seinfeld, you know, the tall, goofy guy, you know, sort of tripped over his own feet all the time. And it was great to see those guys interact with each other because you could tell they're just naturally meant to work together. And it even had a preface in the beginning of the show. It said some of the scenes in this episode are going to look like they were, you know, constructed or like rehearsed, and they weren't. And so anyway, getting to the point here. So they're in the coffee shop, they're having a conversation, and Kramer starts to talk about how he wished he enjoyed himself more on the show when he was recording the show with Jerry. And Jerry was like, dude, we all could have enjoyed ourselves more on the show, but it wasn't about us enjoying ourselves. It was about our audience enjoying themselves and enjoying the show. And you have to come from a selfless, not selfish position. You know, if you want to make moves with the greats, if you want to be great at what you do, if you want to create a big audience, if you want to, you know, just stand out from everybody else, because the problem is we all have this like selfish tendency to, you know, I don't know what it is, to fulfill that first versus helping our audience or doing for our audience. And it was interesting. And so I've studied a lot of extremely successful people, and they all seem to have that mindset. It's coming from a selfless servant leadership or position, and that has gotten them to where they are today. And I thought that was something to really point out and to showcase today, because you may be positioning yourself wrong when it comes to building your brand and growing your business. And I want to point out a couple of other things. So back in 2008, Michael Richards, aka Kramer, had he got some publicity, negative publicity, because he lashed out on he was doing a stand-up gig, and he lashed out on a heckler. The heckler started getting under his skin, and it got the best of him. He took it personally, and he completely lashed out on this guy. It was on tape, and tapes got out, and the media had a field day with it, right? And so Michael Richards sort of opened up about this on the episode with Jerry. And he talked about how he hasn't done a stand-up set since then, because that incident and the way the world reacted to it really beat him down. And I remember a similar situation that I was in recently. Disgruntled client tried to really smear my name and slander my name, and he got out there pretty good, used some Facebook bots and really, just took it to the next level, which, a lot of that could have been avoided had, egos not getting in the way and all of that good stuff. So I was empathizing with Michael Richards here, because I felt what he was going through. However, I took a different approach. I didn't stand around and feel sorry for myself and let all that negativity get the best of me. I continued on trucking. And I said to myself, I will not let one little incident take me down. And yes, there was a couple days where, you start to second guess yourself and you rethink things and you say to yourself, oh, am I worth it? Am I worthy? This, that, and the other thing. And it's all false. You're worth 1000% of what you think you're worth. You are an amazing individual. And so I just got into that mindset and I did not skip a beat. But what happened was Michael Richards, he let the ego get the best of him. He hasn't done a stand-up gig since 2008. And Jerry said, well, do you want to do more stand-up? And Michael Richards said, yeah, I kind of do. So Jerry, this was the kicker. This was the nail in the coffin. Jerry said, well, then that's on you. He said, you've been carrying around this bag of negativity for years. And only you can set that bag down and move on. And you should have saw the look on Michael Richards' face when Seinfeld told him that. He said, yes, you're absolutely right. And I should have acted in a selfless manner instead of a selfish manner. I let it get the best of me. He said, I could have simply said, you're right, guy. I am a terrible comedian and I need to go home and practice my material, blah, 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 and walked off the stage. But I didn't. And so that was a big one. That was a big takeaway for me, because there's been years of my business where I took more of a selfish approach versus a selfless approach. And when I began to really take the selfless approach, get out there every single day and provide content, provide guidance, provide the energy that people are looking for to grow their business and build their brand, it's when everything started to change. I took myself out of the equation. Yes, I do things behind the scenes, and I've shared things with you that I do to help me build a strong mindset, right? So when things come in, when situations happen like that guy attacking me, right? It was like this. It was like dusting them off like a piece of lint and continuing on with the show. And that's what branding is, guys. It's continuing the show despite what happens. You continue to get better. You continue to improve. You continue to take things to the next level. And that's what builds brand. That's what helps you grow. And coming from that selfless position is what's going to get you there, not the selfish position. And so I believe in my heart that that's why Jerry Seinfeld is so damn successful, is because he thinks from a selfless point of view. And he went out there and recorded every single episode of Seinfeld with the audience in mind. How can I make them laugh? So here's today's action step for you guys. All right. I want you guys to look at your business and your brand and ask yourself, am I really putting 1,000% out there for them? Am I really putting 1,000% out there for them? Or am I caught up with trying to do it for a selfish reason? So think about that today. And I want you to figure out how you can sort of take this story and apply it to yourself. Because this is what's going to move the needle when it comes to building your business and building your brand. You can read books and study courses and do all types of things. But if you don't focus on the customer, if you don't focus on your audience, there will be no trust, there will be no connection, and that communication is just going to be dismal at best. And they're not going to connect with you. That's it. And that's the power of brand. It's getting your audience to really, really connect with you on an emotional level. And they're going to tell you what it is that they love and what it is that they hate. And it's up to you to get out there and just provide it to them. That's it. It's not brain science. It's pretty simple if you ask me, but we're human beings and we love to complicate things. We just do. So simplifying the message, coming from a selfless standpoint or position, and getting out there and just doing what it is that you love to do and helping others. Listen, I'm a firm believer is the energy you put out there is the energy that you get back. So if you want to continue to put that half-assed energy out there or that negative energy out there, it's going to constantly come back to you. And it's going to come back to you stronger than you're putting it out there. Believe me when I tell you. So take this little story about Jerry, about Kramer, about selflessness versus selfishness, and apply it to your everyday life. Apply it to your business. And watch the transformation. It was great to see. So after they get done with their coffee and their breakfast or whatever, Jerry and Kramer go outside and they pretty much get ambushed by fans. And it was awesome. It was they took pictures with every single person that came up to them. And you could tell Kramer was just he's just a loving dude. You could tell. Like he wasn't doing it for the camera. He was doing it because he loved his fans. And he was blessed. He said, I could play that Kramer role. I could play that Kramer character for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. And so there was a couple other things that he mentioned inside of the episode that I want to share with you. Is he mentioned one thing about how he loved playing chess. Kramer loved playing chess. And he was walking down Hollywood Boulevard and he saw this homeless person with a chessboard, and he actually stopped and he said, I'm going to play you in chess, pal. And the guy said, you can only play me twice, and if I beat you twice, you're never going to play me again. And he said, all right, bet, let's do it. So he starts playing the guy in chess, and within 2 minutes, the guy beats him. Kramer's blown away because he never got beaten 2 minutes before. And Kramer's a pretty good chess player, right? So he's like, all right, pal, I'm going to play. Let's play for real now. And he plays again, and the guy beats him faster than he beat him the first time. And he's like, dude, let's get one more game in. And the guy was like, no. He starts to pack up his stuff. He's like, I'm out of here. I told you, you play me twice. I beat you twice. You don't play me again. And he ran away from Kramer. And Kramer sat there and he called one of his buddies up and he said, dude, I just got crushed in chess. Like, I don't even know how it happened. It happened so fast. And he said, yeah, the dude was a savant. He's like, I try to find these people. And this guy was a professional chess player that he was talking to. He's like, I try to find these people and bring them to the show, but you can't lock them down. He said, it's impossible. So he said, so Seinfeld asks a phenomenal question to Kramer. He said, what do you think that guy's advantage was? How the hell did he beat you so bad and so quickly? And Kramer said, he saw my moves before I made them. And this made me think of something. It made me think of the concept of visualization and how you can actually see something before it happens. And it's funny because my mindset coach said to me the other day, everything that's in your life right now is because of you. It's not because of what happened to you. It's not because of circumstance or consequence or anything like that. Everything you have in your life right now, you've manifested because you created it. And it made me think of that. And it made me think of the future. If you can just close your eyes and envision something happening and make it so real, like it has already happened, I guarantee you that will come to fruition. Because I think back and I think of some of the things that I had and some of the experiences that I went through, and I say to myself, I saw that coming from a mile away. And sometimes I took action, sometimes I didn't. But that outcome was created by me, nobody else. And it was crazy because a lot of it's just weird how that there's different energies in the world. And I don't want to get all woo-woo on you and stuff like that, but there's different energies and there's like a whole different world outside of the one that we think we're living. And I truly believe that if you can envision it before it happens and actually see it like it has already happened, I can promise you that it will. I can almost guarantee it that it will happen. But you got to think of it. You got to see it. You got to create it. If I didn't envision Unique Designz in my business and where it's at today, I would not be here today with this business. But I saw it. It was a little out of focus, but I saw it. And you guys, I shared this with you guys in the past where I saw myself in the city, in New York City, on a 52nd floor with this big design firm and rows of designers and creatives and all of that. So it didn't quite happen that way, but I now have a virtual team of 16 people that work on the Unique Designz that are all amazing creatives. And they all have their great roles of copywriter, developer, ClickFunnels designer, website designer. So it's all virtual now. But I saw it. I saw myself handling the team meetings and the team strategy calls. I saw me interacting with my team. And now it's happening, right? Now it's happening. And so I share this with you because I want to inspire you guys to tell you that everything is possible. Everything. If you make it happen. If you can envision it. If you can see it as already done. You're going to win. You're going to win. I'm telling you. And it's going to feel easy because it's going to feel like you've already done it. You know, those deja vu moments, it's exactly the same thing, man. It's exactly the same thing. So I want to recap real quick and wrap this episode up. First and foremost, I want you guys to take a selfless approach to building your brand and connecting with your audience, okay? Versus the selfish approach, because that's how Kramer stumbled and tripped up when he flipped out on that heckler. He took the selfish approach. He let the ego get in the way, right? I also want you guys to take a peek at seeing whatever it is that you want to accomplish. seeing it before you actually embark on it, visualizing it, writing it down. It's funny, I just redid my goals again for 2018. So I do a 1-year goal and in 8 different categories, and I do a 3-year goal in the same 8 categories. And it was amazing to look back at 2016 because I was using that template, and the goals that I had set for my 3-year mark were only 2 years out. I've accomplished already. So that gave me goosebumps. It gave me goosebumps because I was like, holy shit, I wrote this down in 2016 and I did it last year. It's wild. So there you have it, guys. Another episode in the books. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you got some value out of it. Hope you're going to go home and apply it to your business and to your life, because it works. It works, guys. I don't know what else to tell you, but it's up to you. So whatever baggage you're holding of negativity, of doubt, of fear, whatever it is, it's time to put that bag down on the curb, let it go, and move on. That's it. So have an awesome day, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the Brand Doctors podcast yet on iTunes, go check it out. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, just check out Unique Designz on YouTube. You'll find me right away. Subscribe to that channel. Got some really great content for you over there. If you haven't signed up for the Brand Doctors Hangout on Facebook, head on over there right now and hang out with not only me, but about 400 other entrepreneurs that are all trying to help each other build brand and build business in 2018. And just a fabulous community over there. A lot of great content as well. So that's it, guys. That's all I got. Have an amazing week, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Talk to you soon, guys. Take care.